17 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get first crack at it today. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stone-wall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win and what style's going to prevail. Both these teams have been able to impose their will week after week on their opponents. Now, high-powered matchup. Who's going to get the win?
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. To the air, it's Klubnik. Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got his man. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the right. With the catch, it's Moore. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
I just love the job this offensive line is doing in this game, communicating pre-snap. They know where the pass rush is coming from, and they're working their single and double teams and not giving up any ground. Just look how clean that pocket was for the quarterback to throw from.
Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Finds his back in the middle. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Really nice job by the safety on that play, deep in their own end. They were ready for the quarterback run, and he was spying him the entire time. As soon as he saw the QB take off, he was able to rally to him and make a nice tackle.
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 72 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Simpson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wolverines offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. Let's see if they can get it done.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go right back to it. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
From the gun, give on the inside. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his legs, it's Haynes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Grabbed over the middle, it's Moore.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The inside handoff. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's got an open man. They'll immediately call timeout. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught in the backfield, it's Randall. Nice move there. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Got a man. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Got it in the middle. It's Randall. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside is 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
On the run, fires downfield. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Iptay if they can stop him on third down. Fights off the defender. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's right down the boulevard. This is now a 7-point game.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drop. Breaks into the open. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. Breaks the tackle. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
after the incompletion. They go back up top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Williams. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. So this defense has to protect the lead, but they can also end the deal by putting the quarterback down. Pocket breaking down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. On the offense, fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Caught over the middle. It's Klein. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this, baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Trying to pound their way in. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They're going to throw it on third and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
To the air, it's Klubnik. Quickly out to the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on second down. Makes the catch. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Clemson! They take the lead here in overtime.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Right down the middle. Got his man. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
And the Wolverines looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. To the air on first down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
This is like that 2-foot putt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And he added the extra point. We play on first down here in the second overtime period. It'll be a draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
the draw play, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Underwood. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good, and they strike first and take the lead by 3 here in overtime.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. A shot toward the end zone. Makes a grab down the middle. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And your number one goal when you blitz is to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable, and they didn't do it. They didn't get home. Quarterback had a little bit too much time. You could tell, felt too comfortable. Didn't even get a hit on him.
Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw.
When I get inside the 3 on 1st and goal, I want to be aggressive with the run. I want to be physical. I want to be the more dominant team. You might know it's coming, but I'm still going to bring it. They tried to go with the changeup. They tried to throw the football very unsuccessfully. Nice job by the defense being ready for everything, even though they're inside the 3-yard line.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide out trying to get it in. A game winner. What a finish in double overtime. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.